teams is going to fail to reach the Cathedral of Counter-Strike next week in the playoffs.
Yeah, he really wasn't sugarcoating anything.
No.
He was pretty
He's
honest
like
about that.
out-called, outplayed, we had a headache, communication was bad, atmosphere was bad. That's a whole laundry list of issues, so let's hope they've got a good night's sleep and come into this one ready to go.
It might also make this a hard match to predict for that very reason, because you might think, well, if they lost Astralis, maybe Liquid will beat them. Liquid looking pretty good right now, but it could be a reborn Cloud9 that we're going to be seeing here. It needs to be. Let's just see. Hobbit, a little bit of a swing to try and take a fight there at top mid. Not going to get a kill, but he'll spot a couple of people.
Ooh, look at Exile. He's been so good for Cloud9. I think he's ranked the 7th best player of the event so far. Bottom of pit, just ready and waiting. This can sometimes be a spot that gets overlooked if they don't clear it all the way, and especially if attention can get drawn towards the bomb site early. Naf jumping for it, but that's not the clear. Again, they haven't spotted this just yet, and it looks like now they believe it's clear and they've ignored it. Jumping into the pit, Elige, oh, he does check. P250 shot, falling into the pit. That's crucial.
It's an action-packed move, and he needed to get that kill, no doubt. Hobbit not quite connecting with any of these shots, and he gets caught with a nade in hand. That's a disaster. Naf coming in with a huge double, and Nitro going to be taking down Shiro, leaving Inters on his own. So very, very cautious hit coming out from Liquid, trying to get up long like that. But once they actually made the connection up at the A-bomb site, they don't slow down at all.
And Hobbit, you know, taking those fights at long range, never knew they were creeping up so close to him. They had no information, and obviously once Exile goes down, right, both defenders inside the bomb site itself, and we all know what a disaster that is when the offense is splitting from Catwalk and Long A. Good on Elige to make sure that gets fully cleared. Naf did go for the jump, but as we've seen a number of times over the years, that jump doesn't always clear way deep into the corner. Tucked down into the corner was Exile.
So a couple of people in the right position really for Cloud9, but not able to hit the shots they needed early on. The response is pretty immediate on the CT side. Double scout and some upgraded pistols to follow along with it. It's been a while since I've seen the scouts really significantly change around.
Yeah. You know, we get him every once in a while. Maybe a chance here. Yekendar's tagged up. He's going to be forced away from Xbox. There you go. Ask and you shall receive, Anders.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, here we go again.
oSee has one of his own, so...
Just be careful how you use these powers.
Yeah.
Oh, oSee tagged Duel of the Scouts early on.
Yeah, brave enough to try and take the fight. And Naf, he might be almost shot down here. Got to be very, very careful. He makes it back around the corner, but that is some potential for disaster.
Yeah, this is not worrying yet for Team Liquid, but you can see the first steps to a rebuttal, to a response from Cloud9 in round number 2. They need to clear out Hobbit over at Car. Everyone from Cloud9 is going to be here getting close to the crossing wall. There goes Hobbit. No damage done. Exile over the top. Now it gets very difficult. Scout's got to tuck himself behind the Gandalf boxes at the corner, and he falls as well. Nicely done from Elige. That was a player we discussed in the pregame segment. Elige was a monster yesterday in that series.
Yeah, and not just on one map or one half or anything like that. Throughout all 3 games, he was absolutely brilliant. Hobbit definitely could have hit that headshot with the deagle, so probably a little bit disappointed that he didn't, because, you know, that'll get a little bit more damage in there. Naf controlling the middle with no problems. Going to be one more round on the side of Liquid. Cloud9 will have to take a timeout in the next one. At least a chance.
At least a chance. Especially with some of those tags from the Scout. Could have gotten spicy. I believe this is going to be a tech issue. Heading into round number 3, so going to take a little bit of break in the action. Get a chance to talk things over.
Well, do it now.
Yeah.
When everything's cooled down a little bit. Don't want to be having it late in the game. That never is a good time. Over
on the B stream, if you guys are feeling frisky this morning and need your, well, this afternoon, I guess it would be over here in Europe. Morning if you're in North America and you woke up to watch Team Liquid. Fury of Our Spirit is over on the B stream as well. If you guys want to keep your eye on that one, that's sure to be a spicy game. Fury with a good win just the other day to get them back on track. Here's that Scout again having impact. There goes Naf with the headshot. oSee, again, a rebuttal with his Scout of his own. And that might just be the stalemate.
Yeah, ready to take the fight. I'm not even sure if it's really worth it from oSee's point of view to take that fight. If he wins, it doesn't really matter that much. But if he loses it, it's a little bit of an issue. And he's going to pick up that AK. They surely can't let him have it. Axile ready. Nitro going to be walking in, and the health advantage there. Nice headshot. oSee going to be taking down Hobbit. So at the very least, they secure a little bit of a one-man lead in this round, but this is still probably way worse than it should have been.
Yeah, and there's still a scout on Shiro, still a chance, especially with Team Liquid down to just 3 players. There's some openings for Cloud9. You can see them starting to get aggressive. Pushing into Upper Dark, was spotted, going to be forced away. And Shiro just needs to find the right position, maybe one fortunate scout shot. Going to get aggressive in towards middle, jump up and cross over towards Catwalk. See if he can land something on the cross. So this round, while still far, it feels out of reach for Cloud9. There's a chance, depending on Shiro's performance here as they come up ramp.
With some good tag damage onto Nitro. Now 2 of them are in one-shot range of the scout. That in itself is going to make a little bit of a difference. Yakindar gets tagged up as well. But good utility use there. Even better when the follow-up.
That should be it. Shiro would love to find a weapon that he could grab for the next round. Gonna probably check. Yeah, and he's found himself a Galil. So 3-0 for Team Liquid. 1 rifle scavenged for Cloud9. Shiro can keep hold of that, pass it over to a teammate. That'll be good to keep their money as good as it can be. Nafany's down to 1,000, so we'd probably love that drop. So good find.
Yeah, that's a good point. How is he at 1,000?
He dropped a scout, I believe, in this round as well.
Okay. Trying to tinker with the optimization, see if they can... I mean, they got kind of close. So maybe why not? But so far, it's a pretty decent, solid start for Liquid. They're going to be happy about what they're seeing here. And we'll find out if they can make it through. What was that little info that popped up earlier, that they played this against Cloud9?
At Pro League, yeah, they picked this against Cloud9 and lost 16-1.
That's a bit rough.
Well, they're already doing 3 times better.
Nice.
Yeah, they've gotten there quick. Here we go, round 4. Nafany does indeed have the Galil. Shiro's got the AWP out immediately. oSee's got his too. oSee had a great map yesterday as well. Some very impactful kills in some of the close games they had, and obviously a very good third map performance to deliver them forward into this matchup. Yakindar is going to get... Oh, no! Oh, dear.
Where did the bullet go, Jason?
I don't know.
Well, Shiro doesn't know either. Yakindar going to take a little bit of fire damage in the middle.
A lot of fire damage.
Yeah, a little bit of lot. Going to be falling back, though. He did try and slow them down. Pretty quick rotation coming in from the Cloud9 side. Want to make sure that they are ready if there was going to be a really fast follow-up to that little play. And Elijah long catching Axile. This is a bit of a problem right now for Cloud9. 5 versus 3. Losing those 2 opening kills. Still over a minute left.
Huge problem, but Liquid actually lost a number of these rounds yesterday in that series against Double O Nation. 5-on-4s, 5-on-3s that slipped out of their grasp, so they've got to be a little bit careful. But obviously, really good early kills. Yakindar, the gift of a miss. And oSee not even holding down this corner for a late peek from Nafany. Liquid's being very patient, looking for the response.
What is Nafany going to do out there? If they flash their way through, going to be some pressure on B just to try and draw them back, and let's see how well that works. He's going to go forward and check right into oSee. It makes sense, and it's actually kind of a good move for Nafany, right? If he could have got that shot, he would have known that this is just a fake on the B bomb side. But up on the side itself, just Hobbit waiting. Well, bomb is delivered right to his doorstep, so that's something to work with. 19 seconds on the clock, and they're going to be able to shut him down. So that maybe was the only way that they could have surprised, shocked Liquid in this round. Cloud9 is if somehow Hobbit comes up with a triple there.
That's really good by Team Liquid, and that's one of the probably the new philosophies that's been brought into this team. Is obviously you get some of those entries, you have positioning out towards long, you have a hold of the position, and you just hit the pause button, allow your teammates to throw a fake, and it forces Nafany to make that move. It forces him to find some information and see if long is clear, and that's exactly what they were hoping for. 4-0. Good double kill from Elige, the opening to get out long. Onto Axile at an off angle, and then the kill into Hobbit with 20 seconds on the clock to secure the plant. Inters can do nothing.
And I mean, some of this out of Cloud9 is just, you lose those 2 opening kills, it's really, really hard to put around together. But I would say, in the past, they're one of those teams that sometimes will try and go for, you know, saving a couple of rifles, you know, trying to keep a lot of...
Oh, he was moving. Oh, he was moving. He took a step.
Yeah, can't be doing that.
Naughty boy. Sorry.
Calm down, it's still early.
I know. I woke up recently. 4-0.
Well, Cloud9 are having the same kind of experience.
I think so, yeah.
Like, ooh.
Yeah, they have looked a little, I don't know, it's still early, so I don't want to be too harsh on it, but I mean, that's an odd miss from Shiro. Exile obviously get banged out by Elige out towards long before he can really have any kind of a response at the off angle. I mean, that's a position that's meant to catch him off guard, and it seemed like he was the one who was kind of surprised by the peak.
In that 5v3, before they start faking anything out, I still think Cloud9, a lot of these CS teams, they'll try and kind of like group everyone up, go to catwalk and middle and stay 3 together, and if you don't make it work, you just kind of save the rifles. Actually living through that round, even if Shiro actually got one of those kills out long, they might still just lose the round.
Yeah.
And now they've lost, a bunch of rifles, and this buy is going to be less than ideal.
Less than ideal indeed, and even more less than ideal as there's the opening pick up to enters. He's going to drop behind the boxes. Nitro's not going to be afraid of that fight, and Naf's already out mid, so Liquid very quickly, a change of pace. They've got full control. However, the bomb is dropped outside of upper dark. They probably know it's clear. Nitro being cautious, and this might be one of those save rounds you just alluded to for Cloud9, losing the B bomb site so emphatically, so quickly, so early. All right. Well then.
What a start.
Good morning, Team Liquid.
Yeah, they were up at the break of dawn, weren't they? Trying to catch the enemy while they sleep. oSee's 5-0, Elige is 6-1, and Liquid are having a dreamy start to this game.
Yeah, this is exactly the way you imagined it when you put together a game plan. It's exactly the way you hope things are going to go. And this is a pretty tough matchup for Team Liquid here as well. I know you had to look, yesterday towards that bracket and say, wow, they play the loser of Cloud9 versus Astralis. Let's hope and pray it's Astralis if you want Liquid to go through, right? But obviously, Cloud9's hitting a little bit of a funk right now after that victory from Dallas. We were all curious how long that was going to last, what they could build off it, what kind of a confidence surge that would deliver to them moving forward into events. And that was a shocking loss yesterday for Astralis, or to Astralis.
Yeah, it really was. And I mean, that little interview was great to start the whole thing with, but some of those problems you don't want to hear about,
And it didn't seem like Hobbit, when he mentions, the atmosphere in TeamSpeak was a bit rough, communication was a bit rough. Even just listening to him talk, he sounded like a little despondent, as if it didn't feel like today the fortunes were going to be too different.
We get that Star Wars meme in there, but it's better now, right? Right? I was like, nope, it's not. Well, here's Exile out long, though, taking down Yakin. Now, that's a good start. Shiro, a little bit slow, but he gets the shot. And that'll make them think twice about it. Don't want to be fighting Shiro out there with the AWP. Instead, they go back down the middle. If they're quick and they smoke off CT spawn, maybe they could isolate a 2-on-3 for a short while at the B bomb site.
Yeah, well, Cloud9's defense just put a smoke up in the upper dark tunnels. A follow-up one is going to be there as well, so they've at least made it so this hit can only come from middle. If oSee finds a pick, he just looked away from double doors. That's nafany brought down to 25 HP, but Liquid is being very cautious. They're going to back away. Not a whole lot of utility, no more smokes, no more flashes in a 3 versus 5, and Cloud9 starting to move across the map and shrink it down, starting to get an idea of what's coming.
Yeah. Aggressive for Exile. I was going to say, this could also be a test of how confused things are on the Cloud9 side. If they start to make mistakes in this one, then we know that something's really up, because they should be playing this one rock solid.
There's 2 Molotovs for Team Liquid. If they actually throw one to the left in the door, which isn't the most unheard of thing in the world, then that could be an issue. They've given away the game. Molotov in towards the site, but the counter Molotov is going to hold them back, and I think Liquid now at this point has to save. They've got to just run out towards T-spawn, keep these guns in hand. Exile is on the hunt to try and take away something right at the end, and he's got oSee. Naf will recover the AWP. Or try to.
Eventually. Yeah, that's a very late Molotov on the Cloud9 side. So good job, good little round to be picking up finally.
And they do it with 4 players surviving, which is equally important, as we all know. Winning that first gun round on the CT side, that first round on the board, and getting some money behind you is a beautiful thing.
Let's see if they can use that to themselves up in this game.
That shot was a little slow from Shiro, wasn't it?
Yeah, just a little bit. Maybe our expectations is really high, but it is Shiro after all. And he did have, a funny mistake earlier.
It's like he spotted them a shot. He's like, I'll give you 2 shots, 2 bullets, and then I'm gonna respond.
True. Like, You get the first swing, but
You better land it,
yeah, you better land it.
because I ain't gonna miss.
Shiro, yeah, that's dangerous. He was looking for it. Kindar nearly getting a beautiful opening right there. Still some damage, but that could have just as well been a kill.
Good damage, and obviously forcing back the aggressive position on Catwalk is victory number 1 in the round for Team Liquid. Yakandar starting to clear mid.
Nitro setting up a bit of a pop here. Yakandar gonna come right through. He's done it before. This time on the other side, Hobbit is playing around, and he is playing it very safe back here. Does not want to go and die to anyone too early. oSee's been wheeled into position though with the AWP. That's a little bit interesting. Smokes are going up. Hobbit's on the other side now, and he's hearing it. Oh, and that's a catch. Naf taking down Inters. Alone in the bomb side is nafany, the only one that can save this round, and he needs basically a triple kill to do it. There's one, but still 45 seconds on the clock. He nearly picks up the second one, but they need to save once again. There's no way they should go for this.
That's a lot of pressure put on nafany. Nice hit from Team Liquid right out mid. They're being very aggressive and very convincing. Yesterday we saw a very slow-paced style out of them against Double O Nation. This is far more aggressive on Dust2. Oh, there's good kills. Retake is on. They don't have a kit. Into a 2-on-2. They might be pulled into losing all their weapons, and oSee's got a strong position. Back platform. Misses the jiggle.
Oh, you have to be so careful back here. Still missing one more shot, and time is running low on this one, so they should be able to win this round regardless, but man, okay. There we go. 2 for the price of 1 at the end, Jason.
Sure, we missed all 5 of those just to set up the double at the end.
Yeah.
There was a lot of struggles in that round.
Maybe intentionally?
Yeah, sure. Lures them into it.
Showmanship.
6-1.
Is that a drunken kung fu? Is some drunken Counter-Strike going on?
Yeah, that
wobbling around.
What a great movie that was.
Truly.
Drunken Master. Nice double from oSee. 5-round lead, plenty of money for Cloud9, though they switch into a double ops setup. They need to put a stop to some of these fast, aggressive, assertive plays across the map from Team Liquid that are coming out in the first 20 seconds or so. Again, long control, but Inters wants to pick off Yakandar. He's going to be way more passive considering he's the only one in this position. He's allowing his 4 teammates working together out towards long to take all the attention, all the contact.
So far, Cloud9 haven't tried to put any pressure on this kind of position, right? So Yakandar can just hang around here while the rest of the team works long, which is, you know, a nice little safety feature to have it around like this one. Hobbit just checking it out. They might try and maybe boost to look over. It looked like Shiro was going to go and do that. Run boost to get down into the...
Oh,
that is a...
Okay.
They almost killed oSee for no reason.
That's a unique spin on things.
Why? Why are they doing it?
1 on Catwalk, 1 at quad boxes, 1 in the bomb site. 1's going to be in CT spawn, Inters with the op as well.
About 40 seconds.
A lot of utility on Cloud9 as well.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, this could be a huge problem then. Yakandar brought low down in the middle. Exile looking under the smoke, and already some of that utility coming into play and doing some real damage on the Liquid side. Elige is very low on health. 20 seconds on the clock. Hobbit's going to get the spray, even halfway flashed. He's going to be able to pick it up. Naf.
Bomb's in the smoke, though.
Right, the bomb is in the smoke. So a 3-on-3, but who is going to be the hero? It's oSee to pick it up. Jumps back out again. And a little bit of damage on the nafany at the same time. Shiro, this time he was quick with it, and he's going to take down Naf. But they will get the bomb plant at the very least. Yakandar, he's coming all the way back from T-spawn. I don't even know how far away he was. oSee is on his own for the next 5 seconds. Oh, what a flick! Taking down Inters and ready for another fight. They're trying to get the jump on him, and they will. nafany able to get the spray finally, and now it's on Yakandar. 1 versus 2. He doesn't have a lot of health for any fight, but that little bounce right up into nafany's face, and now Shiro's in trouble. No kit, no smoke, and that AWP. Oh, he's trying to fake it out, but it might be too late. It is Shiro. He'll get the kill, and they will still lose the round.
Oh, my lord. What a battle for Team Liquid. 7-1. The one-way smoke at the top of the ramp was brutal, but they handled it great. 1-for-1 trades every time someone slid into that position. Good round from Nav. He does eventually go down, giving oSee the cover fire. That flick is nasty. But Nav provides all the critical impact entries to get into this site. And obviously Yekindar, a great angle out towards long. That's huge. What a massive win. 7-1, another timeout called from Cloud9. They have showed up flat today. And that is the first problem for Groove to try and overcome as he takes his second timeout.
Yeah, if you didn't have a headache already, you might be getting one if you're on the Cloud9 side.
That headache's going to turn into a migraine real quick.
Never a good time. We talked about the utility going into this round, but the fact is, at the end, what they really needed was a defuse kit and a smoke to try and put some pressure on Yekindar maybe, and have even the time to defuse.
Yeah.
Helps out as well.
That's an all-important first headshot, though, in the first player swinging wide.
Riddle me this,
sure,
Jason. How do they defuse without the kit? Do you just bite the wires? Like, what's going on?
That's a good point. I never really thought about it from that angle.
No?
Yeah. Maybe you just got to guess, red, blue, or green. The eternal question. Which wire do you cut?
Like that scene from Lethal Weapon?
Yeah, obviously. They saved the cat as well at the end of the day.
Beautiful.
That was nice.
Beautiful movie.
7-1.
Yeah, what a beginning. I don't know. I wasn't expecting this. I still feel like that loss to Astralis, maybe you could say, okay, but they can bounce right back. And Liquid did play really well yesterday.
We're going to call this round off. Just real quick. Go on.
Just going to say, I think oftentimes when people look at, you know, the results from yesterday, they just draw like a straight line to today. They say, oh, well, if yesterday was good, then today will be good. And that's obviously not how it works. And all it takes is for Cloud9 to play, you know, 10-15% better than yesterday, and Liquid to play 10-15% worse, and suddenly you have a completely different matchup. But this seems to be following through pretty neatly.
It works in the reverse as well, right? Some people probably saw Liquid struggling against that Double O Nation lineup and were like, well, they don't have the chops to take on Cloud9. I mean, you might have been thinking that even without the rough performance against Double O Nation as well. But obviously a little bit of a step up here, at least on Liquid's map pick of Dust2.
And also, I think maybe that's also like that's also a hard result to interpret, because it just turns out Double O Nation are just better than we thought.
That too.
Not better than Maui Snake thought. He's been.
Yeah, he did. He was singing their praises a little bit behind the scenes.
But for most of us, maybe a little bit of a surprise. It's cool to see. 7-1 lead for Liquid. If you are just joining, then we've got a bit of a tech pause to figure out. We've had very few of those, so we appreciate it.
Yeah, they get resolved quickly.
Must be one of the more frustrating jobs in the industry to have, you know? People only ever notice, you know, what you're doing when things are going horribly wrong. The rest of the time when things are smooth, no one cares.
Yeah, exactly. See a little bit of a B-Stream update.
God damn.
Yeah.
That's a result, 12-3 in the first half.
That's not too shabby. We take that.
Well, Chad and I were casting Team Spirit yesterday.
How'd that go?
That was a real wild experience. Patsy's
wild, man. I like Patsy a lot.
Energy that's hard to explain.
Patsy at the major was one of my favorite players. He was great.
I could see why. And they have, I've got to say, not even. Ooh, okay, Shiro getting tagged. I was gonna say not even close. No one's even in second place yet. They have the strongest high five game of any team right now. Strong, powerful, thunderous high fives that are going on that Spirit side. Makes me excited. Exile also tagged up at the beginning. They really badly need a turnaround here, Cloud9. Tech pause has been released. We appreciate the admin's work. And Yekindar's out here looking down towards the stairs. They're trying to move up, but let's see if they're going to get the jump on him. They will not. There's one kill, and the spray is good. Yekindar, he's sort of a lone ranger out here. They're just sending him off on the rest of the team. Yeah,
he's been, I mean, he's been a little bit of a menace early on in this game with that opening kill on Shiro in towards mid. He's applied a lot of pressure towards mid, forced back a lot of aggression on Catwalk previously, and now a double kill towards the B bomb site, which is awesome to see, because I think obviously when you bring someone like Yekindar in, you're expecting more actual impact. And from all the conversations, from all the results we've seen from Team Liquid, it feels like most of his impact so far has been in terms of gameplay, in terms of philosophy, in terms of how we're approaching rounds. So it's awesome to see that impact converting to some results in the server itself.
Yeah, he's playing autonomously right now. He doesn't really need any input. He just seems to be on his own, doing his own thing, and it's actually working really well. Might only have 6 kills, but Some of those kills are just super high impact. No backup from anybody else. Well, they can't even escape. Axile's actually trapped down here. Oh, what a nightmare. Shiro, 1 versus 4 now to try and save the AWP the best that he can. And he is going to be executed by Yakinda. 3 kills on him, 8-1.
This is crazy, 8-1, and I don't know what you do for your Cloud9 right now. A half buy? You've got the full losing bonus.
Yeah, I would actually think that's a really decent idea, because it's going to take, like, if you get around like this, we get 3 Deagle headshots, you need some way to get this team fired up.
Yeah.
So yeah, why not play for a little bit of showmanship like that? How long? Hobbit with a Deagle, Yakinda making his way past. There's smoke, there are flashes in the air already, and they're doing pretty decent damage. Shiro is going to be going down, and Yakinda, he's so aggressive in this round. I was going to say, it might be a little bit risky to just be this forward, but since they're hitting the shots, it kind of all makes sense. Molotovs and nades down at the corner. They have only lost Elige so far, and Axile surely not long for this world either. 14 health on him. Yakinda, what a cleanup. Triple for him. Again, same in the last round.
I mentioned this yesterday, like, what happens when this Liquid team, like, if all this starts falling into place with a couple of nice wins, a couple of good performances, the deeper this team goes. Remember, these are the first officials Liquid has had with Yakinda. Whatever you want to say about practice, no matter how well they've done in scrims, I mean, the officials, as we know, are just a different beast. So, I mean, the more experience they get in these officials, especially in close games like they had against Spirit, close games they had against Double O Nation, things are going to start to click a little bit more, and I think that might be a little bit of what we're seeing here, on top of Cloud9 seemingly playing a little flat.
Jason, at the beginning of I guess, of CSGO, we successfully memed you into being the poster boy for North American Counter-Strike, even though you were very critical of it.
Sure.
But we lied about it for long enough that the community believed us eventually.
Yeah.
Which is one of...
That was nice of you guys.
One of the best successes.
I've always really appreciated that.
I know. I'm proud, too, that we managed to get that jump done. But now is a chance for you to, to actually jump back on. Like, this feels like a good moment. I know there's been some heartbreak in the past, obviously, with, all American teams. With Liquid, maybe especially in terms of, throwing away big games and all the rest of it. But I'm just giving you the opportunity to... Are Liquid going to be one of the 2 teams today that might make it through to the arena?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think if they win here against Cloud9, I think there's obviously a real good chance. I mean, there'd be 1 match left. That's kind of a little bit of a cop-out, but I think more than anything, it's just so tough because they've kind of set the expectations on playoffs with the way they've given interviews, and it's hard to kind of tell. But this at the moment against Cloud9 is looking like it would be a playoff team, and if we get this Liquid performing very, very well moving forward into the playoffs, they're going to be a very dangerous playoff team as well.
All right. I was hoping for more of a,
Yeah, I know you were. You were really digging a hole for me to step into. It's like you're trying to get me to dance on top of a well.
Step into the hole, Jason.
Just 1 step forward.
What could go wrong?
Uh-oh. Hobbit on top. Yakinda goes down. Didn't expect that. Inter is tucked into the corner. They find him. Huge entry. Not good. nafany left alone. Can't control it. And Axile's picked off in middle. That's oSee watching the cross. And oh boy, another round, double digits for Team Liquid. And if the mood inside TeamSpeak was crappy yesterday for Cloud9, it's got to be horrible right now.
Yeah, there's not a lot of good things that could be said right now. Going to be 10-1. A little bit of a, an interesting piece of Counter-Strike theory, I suppose, to sort of philosophize over. The way Yakinda throws that smoke to CT spawn, the difference that it makes whether you bounce it off the wall from the box in middle or sometimes, even crazier stuff from out long or whatever. But just let's say like the delay between the smoke actually hitting the first wall and eventually bouncing down slowly on the ground, and like it takes a long time for it. The way that Yakinda throws it when he's that deep in, it makes so much sense for him to throw it and just run almost, because there's no input delay, right?
Yeah.
You just see CT spawn smoke and boom, they're there right away. That's such a nice way to try and play with the timings on the CT side, because they just might not be ready for it. I mean, if that smoke is going to be live for a good 3 or 4 seconds before it even pops, you have a lot of time if you're a CT spawn player. You're like, all right, yeah, okay, there's a smoke. I kind of see, all right, I'm ready for it.
Yeah,
this time you're like, boom. So if they hadn't been ready, he did get killed, but the play that he made actually makes a lot of sense.
Double Molotovs out towards long. putting out the Molotov, the first one at least, and a double up for Exile. That's probably the first good thing we could mention about Cloud9 in quite some time. Yekendar's going to try and recover the situation. Won a battle against Shiro earlier, and Shiro seems a little bit pissed off. He's hunting, he's angry.
The fact that he's not afraid of Shiro either seems a little bit crazy, but...
Oh, he's going to pick up the pace.
Yeah, he wants to go for it. Could he catch nafany out there? Only has a FAMAS up at the A-bomb site, so could be a scary peek if he goes for it. Although he has the angle for it, nafany will win the fight. And Shiro, you're right, he might have been a little bit angry.
Oh my
He's
Lord.
gone hunting. oSee with a shot. He tries to bait that one out, but not successfully. Shiro ice cold on the other side. Oh! But that is so quick. There's no way. There should be absolutely no way that he wins. This is a 1 versus 4 with an
us,
AWP.
baby.
His position is low. It's like they already know where he is, and he's gonna make the drop down. Oh, hold
they
the
hear him.
phone. Yeah, they do. But is that gonna be enough? AK and M4 on the other side. oSee, they've lined up for him. Gotta be careful, and he doesn't hit the shot. Oh, you could almost feel that coming.
Yeah, you could. Just ran a little bit too far. I think if he stays silent in CT spawn, he might have a little bit more room to work with. Might be able to catch one off guard, but dang, those are fast shots.
Exile, though, out long, ending the round 2. That's got to be important, surely.
Well, also, Yekendar kind of picks up the pace on Catwalk, which is really cool, and I think it's the right play to make in that kind of a scenario, but he expected and he believed that he actually beat nafany's rotation back to A railing, and nafany was just at an angle that he could have never expected with that kind of a mindset. So, 10-2. Cloud9 just trying to claw themselves enough space to work with for the second half.
Pretty pedestrian setup here for Cloud9. They haven't really tried anything super crazy. I think one round Exile tried to walk out long in when they had a 5-on-3, I think. But otherwise, we haven't seen crazy pushes in middle, no boost on the catwalk, no double push into upper dark. There's a lot of potential CT side aggression. I get that it's obviously very hard to do when you are getting beat up like this, but just to point out that it also means Liquid have way more control of the map than maybe they would have in some other scenarios here.
Well, they're going to go right at Hobbit. 4 players. I have to imagine they're going to ignore this smoke, and indeed they will. Hobbit a little bit blind, looking for the swing. There goes Yekendar. Going to try and tuck himself tight, avoid the Molotov damage. A second one comes up. He jumps on top, dropped by Nitro. nafany looking for any kind of a mistake over the top of the smoke.
And Naf is still out long, so if they get the bomb plant here, that might be interesting. He's actually going to show himself a bit early, but that does distract a couple of people. And nafany's nearby. He's hearing the bomb, but can't really do anything to stop it. And the patience, it's going to pay off as well. Getting oSee, instead of trying to jump spot the bomb or anything like that, that's a critical shot. Naf taking one down. Elige almost giving up his life with that peek, and he will anyway. Oh, nafany! Those are some crazy headshots coming through. A triple on him, and this is a 1 round by Cloud9. That is really cool.
Ooh, I bet Liquid wishes they could have a couple of those fights back. Nice shooting from nafany. Obviously, oSee gets caught off guard, but they want to get aggressive on the railing as the retake begins, and it's just shut down emphatically. 7 rounds back now as Cloud9 try and mount a little bit of resistance right at the end of the first half. Good shooting from nafany. Rough performance yesterday with a single kill on a map against Astralis. He's got 7 here today, in the first half alone.
You brought it up again, Jason.
I know.
Well, it's true though. Yeah, and those are the kind of shots that'll bring you back. That's gonna get surely a little bit of fire behind Cloud9. They need it. And look at this move. I was talking about the lack of aggression on the CT side and giving more map space to Liquid. Well, check this out. Oh, did he get spotted?
I don't think so.
No, that definitely does not look like it. Oh, nearly the kill there.
I can't believe who took that fight? Was that Shiro on the other side?
It was Shiro, yeah.
Okay, so oSee gets dinked by an op.
And he's fine. Walking it off as we speak.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, who's the crazy man when Hobbit's saying, hey, they scoped in dark. Who's the crazy man with the M4 who's taking that fight? This is awesome from Hobbit. Yes, awesome from Hobbit. Nice little double kill he's rewarded with. Even gonna smoke him off so they are boxed in. Look at the defensive shift. 3 players at the A site, 1 on Catwalk, and Hobbit has just ruined their dreams. And this also is a good conversation about kind of the atmosphere that he mentioned in TeamSpeak and the communication is, especially when you're going down, 10-1, and you're having kind of bad vibes within the team, the first thing that goes out the window is like the creativity and the problem solving and like the plans to get aggressive and call one of those strategies that allows you to push forward and get into their face. So it's nice to see Cloud9 at least work themselves back into a position where it doesn't matter. Hobbit's got him cut off.
Well, yeah, but they know that he's here somewhere. If they win this fight, they can still make it in terms of time, but wow, that's everything right there. Yeah, just one more kill.
There's way too many angles to clear. Naf's going to have to do something magical here in middle. They've spotted him out already. He needs this win. He's got it. nafany's close up, going to swing for the fight. Oh, and he burns. He burns and gives the opening over to Nitro. Look at the time, 10 seconds. Any kind of resistance, I don't even know if he's going to get it regardless. Jumps across, and no way.
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense for Nitro. If he goes through the plant, they're going to rush him down. Oh, but he gets caught anyway. That's a bit unfortunate. Maybe a little bit too soon to think that he was in safety there. 10-4. That's great. Hobbit going out of his front door in search of adventure. You know how that goes, Jason?
Yeah, he's won that battle in the past.
Adamant. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, there is. There's layers to that one.
15th round. It's
never going to be a great half for Cloud9, even if they get to 5-10, but it's going to be a great end of the half to at least wake them up if they can rattle off 4 in a row. You're not going to be pleased overall, but at least you can be pleased that you rebounded and started to find some of your form towards the end.
I mean, yeah, I think that's a good point. For Cloud9, this might be a slow start, but it's not so bad that it cannot be recovered. If they win one more round here, 10-5, yeah. Uphill struggle, sure, but definitely winnable. Tech9 on Nitro. Flash over the wall just to try and relocate a tiny bit. Seems like they've sent Ikindar out for a search of what's going on, and then if they get the right call, the right info, they can go hard at that B-bomb side. Still 50 seconds, and oSee's holding long. Here's the slow version of that smoke that Ikindar threw earlier towards CT spawn. Going to be an immediate counter to try and see if he can slow them down, and nafany, yeah, he's going to catch that. Good utility again for the Cloud9 side, and Shiro back here behind the smoke. They're trying to run through. Dear. It's Nitro on the opening, and he is under a lot of pressure back here. Needs some backup, but absolutely none of it is coming. And they just walk in there. That looked so easy, in spite of the fact that Cloud9 actually had really good grenades down, good positions overall, and now the bomb has been planted, and this time, there's no saving it. Great entrance from Nitro with that Tech9. Just the single kill gave a lot of space over, and Shiro just had to tuck behind the box. Hobbit's going to go on the flank, but look at that. There's just too many angles to have to worry about. So Liquid is going to take an 11-4 lead at the halftime break. That's behind the 16 kills from oSee and only 5 deaths. Impressive stuff for Team Liquid to start the day. We're off to halftime, and we'll be right back.
The third best team right now, can we say ourselves?
Of course you can, if that's what you believe.
Ourselves or either, I would say Cloud9.
Yeah, ourselves or Cloud9.
From my side.
Yeah, I agree with this.
Definitely I would put Cloud9 there. I think they are stronger than ENCE in my ranking. But I said it before, even before Blast, I said it.
Cloud9? I think it's a little bit equal between Cloud9 and ENCE for me, I think.
That Dallas win was huge for Cloud9?
Yeah, it was good, and they played really good there. And but I think ENCE has also showed a lot of potential this year.
All right, who's the third best team in the world?
ENCE.
ENCE? Easy for ENCE?
Yeah.
Who do you think is the biggest threat to your third spot at the moment?
Cloud9 for sure. I think it's already pretty close between us and them.
Cloud9 is a really strong team that people kind of sleep on even a bit.
maybe they aren't the most like media attractive team, and maybe they again could be missing like one last step, but they are really good.
What did you think was standing in the way for Cloud9 being as consistently good as they can be?
I think they need a little bit more LAN events. I think they're strong on LAN. Online they felt definitely not as strong as in Dallas, and in Dallas they had the whole support of the crowd, which also was, I think, very important for them.
I think C9 need to play more, I would say, because I think they play very good in Dallas.
And they need a little bit success, and then they keep getting rolled, I think.
That is a very impressive first half, all things considered, for Team Liquid. Cloud9 very late to start on Dust2, but they did eventually get started, and they have something to work with. This is not a done deal yet on the opening map, but we need to see a lot more here out of the Cloud9 squad.
Yeah, I think, you know, I'd actually take the other angle, and I don't think they're going to have enough on this map. This would have to be some kind of like a complete reversal of fortunes when you consider the way oSee has been playing with the op 16 and 5. Naf has had some critical kills, and across the board, Cloud9 scraped together enough rounds in theory to make this comeback happen, to give them some space to work with. But which of the players, who are you going to rely on? We've seen Exile with some slow reaction. We've seen Shiro with some oddly missed shots as well. It's the other problem for Cloud9 at the moment is that, you know, none of the star players has seemingly showed up in that first half to give you some kind of feeling like they're going to be able to snap into it completely.
And definitely not the input that we saw out of someone like Naf or oSee in that opening. I mean, the Kindam, maybe a couple of fewer kills, but his impact and presence on the map is insane in that first half. So let's just see. He's going to move forward and find Axel. He is so unafraid.
Yeah, and
that is some confidence.
And that's the thing. He just stands tall, and he's like, challenge me. Where's the next challenge? Naf going to back away. He spots the bomb in upper dark. And Yekindar is going to fall back through the double doors in middle. This is going to pull oSee over to CT spawn as well, so the defense gets a little bit thin, but they can have some deeper angles and fall back if they feel too much pressure.
Yeah, kind of thinking, you know, if you're going to have a little bit of a weird off day, if you're not feeling that confident, I'm going to double and triple down on that. Nitro's moving forward, and this seems very, very dangerous. Needs to hit the instant headshots. Not going to be doable. And now there's an opening. Flank coming in from Yekindar, though. He's all the way across the map now and taking down Shiro. That's excellent, but they're going to lose oSee out long. And Elige, a kill and a little bit of time here before the backup is going to get there, and he can't find it. Nearly taking down nafany, back to 4 health, but now it's on Yekindar to try and save the round, and he had a real chance there. Waiting to see if there's going to be a mistake as well. They're all in the bomb site nearly, and that's a nice peek.
Yeah, you don't like that if you're Yekindar. You feel you have an advantage. Now the P250 from Naf is brought down to 3 HP. This has slipped away from Team Liquid. The good aggression early from Yekindar, and they are demolished. 5th round for Cloud9 on the board. Naf, no chance to really go for it in any meaningful way. P250 in hand, out towards long. Hobbit should be able to handle this fight, and he will. 5 rounds now for Cloud9, playing the 11 of Team Liquid.
Okay, that's, you know...
Step number 1?
Step number 1, and also just it's kind of one small thing for Nitro, like it's a, you know, a little bit of an overextension perhaps, and that starts a lot more. But I suppose Nitro it seemed like he was trying to play with the 2 people in Upper Dark, who eventually would, you know, Yekindar and whoever else it was, Naf, I guess, coming back down there. So maybe it wasn't just Nitro on his own doing crazy stuff. Oh,
There we go.
Hold on.
Yeah, Yekendar's open up the round again. Great headshot onto nafany. All the way back towards T-spawn. Now all that's left for Cloud9 is the long play, and Yekendar is here ready to go. They're going to swing on him, and he gives up the angle, but oSee spotted him. They got to be very, very cautious. Plenty of smokes to work with. Shiro's tag now, and good shot from Exile.
Yeah, they really needed that. There is a long flank coming in. Weirdly, there's a smoke that could be found. Why is there a smoke in spawn? Is that?
Because nafany got his head ripped off.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
oSee picks up the scout. Here we go towards pit. Good shot from Shiro this time. Still, this flank hasn't been able to get involved in the action, but might be able to find Hobbit. If Nitro's quick enough, Hobbit could be in trouble, tapping away with the CZ. Hobbit's out in the open. Scout now. Missed shot. Needs that follow-up, and he's got it. But meanwhile, all of his teammates have disappeared on the map. So Cloud9, scary round, but they avert disaster.
Yeah, definitely was an opening in this one to do something. Oh, they're going to make it more expensive at the very least.
Surely not.
No, without a kit.
Oh, I think he's going to... Okay.
Maybe he wanted to, deep down. Oh, but now, that is definitely a huge pickup. Okay.
I wonder if he would have actually gone for it if he found that AK-47 a little bit earlier. He might have actually had a stance for it. Someone had to call out, surely, that you know, player's tagged, maybe a player's low, maybe they had that kind of confirmed damage. But you can't be too upset with this call, this decision from Nitro. 6-11, Cloud9 creeping back into it.
If Exile doesn't shut down that scout play from Yekendarr up there with a really clean headshot, that is a round that can, I mean, he doesn't need a lot. You could tell he tagged one player out long and obviously got the kill in the middle. So he doesn't need a lot more for that round to really spiral out of control. It's a good job on Exile getting a couple of kills in this one.
Even Shiro up with the follow-up shutdown onto oSee when he picked up the scout off the dead body of Yekendarr. Little break in the action, I believe another tech pause.
Okay.
Just a quick rejoin of the server, and we're already ready to go again. So no stress, just enjoy the elevator music and relax.
That is true.
Happy Sunday to everybody.
Yeah. We're gonna...
The Lord's Day. Also qualification day.
Yeah, to get into the cathedral, it makes sense.
Yes. It's beautiful. Counter-Strike is a beautiful thing. B-Stream update you can see there, it was 12-3 at half. Comeback from Furia.
No.
A doable comeback from Furia. Do they have enough in the tank? That's on the B-Stream. ESL_CSGO B.
Team spirit.
Those teams fighting for elimination, for survival as well.
Not like this. So many teams that I would really like to make it through today. We have limited space.
Limited space on the big stage. Final event of the Counter-Strike season before the player break, before we all get some rest and relaxation away from Counter-Strike. Yekendarr is going to push towards lower dark. oSee Molotov take a little bit of damage to toss that out. It's extinguished by Cloud9. Let's see if Yekendarr can have any more influence on this game.
Yeah, he's got some pushing behind him as well with the AK. A little bit close. Good shot from Nitro. The follow-up would have been amazing, but is that enough of a distraction? Yekendarr still waiting to be activated.
Yeah, he never pounced. He wants to wrap behind him quickly. But I don't know if the timing will be there. They're going to start planting the bomb just now, and nafany's already looking for it. So yeah, this will be tough to pull off any kind of a flank. It looks like he's also maybe even just lining up to get some exits right at the end of the day. Naf would love to go catwalk and find the AK-47 that was dropped. Good kill from Yekendarr. That's not bad. Any chance of going for it, though, is shut down. And Naf is going to get caught by Shiro's lurk, and he'll be able to swap up to an AK for free. That's nafany's AK from the previous round. 11-6. Excuse me, Hobbit's AK.
That was a dink, and it did like 16 damage. It sounded powerful, but not so much. 4-round gap.
7-11. Big gulps, huh?
Connection. Double AWP though on the CT side, and look at the aggression coming through here on the Cloud9 team. Going to be pushing right into the B bomb side, and Naf barely even there. They should call the save.
Yekendarr is going to see what he can find. Yeah, they definitely need to now. Yeah, you're right. Even that follow-up op shot from Yekendarr was a little ambitious. Nitro is going to pick that up and back away quickly. Good shot from oSee. 8th round for Cloud9. They're within 3 very quickly. This lead disappeared so fast. I mean, even a little bit of like a taste of Liquid's own medicine. They had a nice little contact or B-rush uppercut at some point early on in their T-half as well.
Yeah, certainly, if nothing else, this should make the players on the Cloud9 side feel like, okay, this is super doable actually. We can make it back here. 8-11 going to be the scoreline. They'll save both the AWPs and the M4 on Elige. So they'll have something to fight with, but it feels like there's suddenly been a bit of a momentum shift coming out of the first half and into the second. And it is suddenly Cloud9 that are looking a little bit more woken up.
Offenses have dictated a lot. oSee's only got a single kill in this second half. It was this flick we saw in this round in garbage time just to ensure they'd be able to retreat. Round number 20 is live. Double op setup still as that AWP was salvaged at the end of the round. Shiro looking for the cross, looking for a peek. He might get it.
Had the right idea. Smokes in the middle are super suspicious, so no one's even in upper or lower dark, so don't think they're going to be running into Yakindar anytime soon, but they're all out long.
I'm surprised at how much I think I mentioned this the other day as well. I'm surprised at how much we've seen Yakindar pick up the secondary AWP. That was something I didn't really think about or expect when he hopped into the roster.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't either, but with the confidence he's playing with, maybe it makes sense. Oh, they got to be so careful. I don't think they realize this might be a giant mistake. They're going to be boosting right up into Exile. Easy kill. That's the double, and alone, no chance here at all. Nitro is going to get wiped out.
A lot of assumptions made that round by Team Liquid, and they got punished in the worst kind of way. Triple kill from Exile. He's now shot up to 16 kills. Shiro's at 14 kills. Those two having a very good game. And this is the nightmare scenario I mentioned. The only way there's going to be a comeback is a complete 180 in terms of performances, and that's exactly what's happening right now in this game. oSee just trying to survive. Going to have to drop a smoke to give himself the cover to get towards window, dodging all this spam. But Cloud9 is still coming. 2 players walking through T-spawn, ready to box them into the B bomb site. How much does Cloud9 want to commit to take these weapons away?
I was going to say Exile still has a Molotov, so he can toss it all the way back there. That might be something. It's going to go a little bit close, but still great for Naf. He's at least forced out of the position. oSee's out of the round, and yeah, now they're going to go for it. Every single body being thrown into the B-bomb site. They lose a couple of players, but they take all the rifles away. Wow.
Yeah, this is disgusting. I think Liquid might want to take a timeout here. They have a little weird money situation. oSee's got plenty of money for cash. They've got a couple players with plenty of money for M4s. So they're going to want to talk over their money situation and make sure they're all on the same page. But more than anything, time to put a stop to this Cloud9 offense. That's just been incredible once we've switched sides.
Yeah. Life is timing, Jason, and it wasn't with Liquid that round.
I feel like we haven't seen Liquid's defense actually mount real resistance, though, right? Look at some of the gun rounds that have been won. Cloud9 with the B-rush hit a nice timing. All they have to do is kill Naf. They're into the site. Round is extremely difficult after that. This round, they get a little bit of a benefit by the fact that Liquid's not really watching anything out towards long. They don't have the information. They're not keeping track of the movements of Cloud9, able to creep up all the way to the long corner without anyone even realizing it's possible.
Okay, they're going to be able to put together some kind of a buy here, and maybe they can solve some of the problems that you were highlighting there. That would be a nice start. They're going to be losing long control pretty early on. It was just Nitro there at the corner with an MP9. Don't really expect for him to fight to the death on that one. oSee in the middle, that could be a huge way to activate this defense. Just find one opening pick with that AWP, and then you play default from there on out.
He's seen nothing so far, oSee. And they're going to be out towards long again. It's just Elige. He's got a smoke and an M4. Standard utility to clear out car. If Liquid work up the courage to clear middle at this point or clear lower dark, they might start to put this together that there's a mass of bodies out long A.
And they're doing what you're asking. Whether the timing is right for it is a different question. But at least they're going to be going into upper dark, so they're going to have some advanced warning. And you can see here they're running back. Yakindar, he wants to sprint over here to try and help out Elige. Flashbang from a teammate to help him out a little bit, slow them down. But he's out of his own nades. He's trying to look right over it. They're boosting on the other side. That's perfect for him. And he nearly gets the kill. A little bit of damage on Exile as well. But they're on the bomb side. Bomb is making its way right up behind. It's Hobbit going down. This is a good round for Elise. Just the 1 kill for now, but he's done a lot of damage onto that T side.
Well, the bomb's crossed over. Another good one from Elise. That's Inter's out in the open. Oh, there's Axel peeking from the top. He gets off the plant. Shiro's dinked up. A retake is going to be difficult. It's very doable. Man advantage. There's no kits on Team Liquid. oSee's extremely low, and also no flashbangs. All they've got are 3 smokes.
Yeah, that is a lot of smokes, though, so I wonder how much of a wall they can build here. 3 versus 4, but 2 of them low on health. Very hard to see how this one is going to be playing out. No flanks coming in from Cloud9. They're just all stretched out across that long part of the map. And slowed down, too, as well on the CT side. Nitro, that's a great run. A double kill with the MP9.
Do they have time?
I think they do.
Okay, yeah, I think they do, too. Or else Naf would be bailing out. Got that music activated. So, yeah, they get there maybe just the last second.
Oh, man, it's close. That is so scary. Oh, Nitro. That run and gun of the MP9 out there, that really saved them.
It really did. I mean, maybe he gets it regardless, even if he doesn't hit the jumping shot onto Shiro, who is low HP. Maybe Shiro just has to be passive after that. Maybe actually Nitro just gets picked off by the AK-47, but that's an important double kill. And even just the kill through the box as well at that point, with how much time is left in the bomb, was everything. 12-9, Team Liquid just nursing this lead at the moment, trying to get back into it.
Oh, here we go. Maybe a dangerous jump, but look at this double setup in lower dark, and it's a trick as well. You walk past this, your Kindar gets a kill. If you try to follow it and speed up behind it, Elige looking into the wall, not because he's scared, just as wouldn't get flashed all that much.
And oSee covering your back and middle, making sure nobody can creep up behind you.
You into this play from Liquid?
Yeah, I like when aggressive CT plays from Liquid let me know that they're communicating, they're coming up with ideas and trying to problem solve. Elige, gonna get Molotov'd. Cloud9 know exactly what this setup means. Oh, I can't, he's walking deeper into the flames, deeper into the fire, and he is eliminated.
All right. Plan C worked. oSee. But still a 2-for-1 trade. I admire Yekendar's confidence in every situation. It's so cool. Hobbit, oh, okay. That's definitely a round 1. And that looked like Cloud9 was so well prepared, so aware of what might be coming.
Yeah, they definitely were. That push has gotten more and more popular. And just using the utility to avert danger. Good Molotov onto Elige.
And I suppose the problem is, to get that setup going, you need those smokes in the middle. And that's the huge red flag for the T side. They're saying, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Smokes are up. We should be careful.
Well, here's the next problem for Team Liquid is 3 players completely out of money. $0 on Nitro and Elige.
That's not great.
No. You don't like to see it. Losing bonus it's at least built up to 3, so they're going to get a decent amount of money. Again, the question will just be how much do they want to actually risk and invest in that round. Got a lead to play with. You could go for a half buy in 1 and make sure your next buy is just perfectly solid in every way. Especially if Nitro goes down, I think their option for buying in the next round will just disappear. And it seems like he's certainly going to go down at some point.
Yeah, they're waiting right up until the last second here, but there it is. Well timed. Axel, 19 kills on him right here, so he is having himself a game. He's actually 1 behind oSee, who's at 20 kills. So they're right back into it.
And he was quiet. They were all quiet in the first half, so this is great. The offenses in this map so far just being dominant. Liquid
HEs
giving their fans yet another heart attack as their lead has disappeared entirely. HE's in towards the cave has chunked nafany down to 60, but Axal's found position. 2 more players to find. And they don't realize Elige is tucked into the corner. The 5-7 spins. Oh, this is exactly what Liquid needed. Hobbit has got to move away, but so much falls on Naf with the scout. I can't believe he's pushing up. I can't believe he's making this much noise. Oh, he's so fortunate. Shiro looking the other direction.
And Shiro, he's running back with a knife out to catch him. Oh, what a play. Shiro, he took that personally.
What a beast.
It's like, okay.
And he's going to go for more.
You're going to disrespect him like that? He's ready to fight. oSee down in the middle with an AK, but that was a godlike play from Shiro.
There was some level of communication there that must have confused Naf. That aggressively chasing an upper dark as well. That's a weird round. All that work from Elige out towards long goes to waste. Touch on Elige having that phenomenal game yesterday in the series against Double Nation. 12 kills here on Dust2, so not the dominant force that he was previously. oSee as well, still just with 4 kills in this second half. CT side's really having a tough time today, at least in this series.
Just one of those things, I guess. And it's only the first map, so see if it continues into the second one. But man, that nearly is a round that's been thrown away here by Cloud9. Yes.
I'm excited for map number 2 in this series. We haven't seen Vertigo yet this event. We haven't seen a single Vertigo game, you and I.
That's true.
Yeah.
It must have been played at one point, right?
Yeah, it's been. I'm sure it's been played, just not when we've casted.
Yeah. Okay. 11 to 12. But that's probably, I mean, all things considered, probably still a pretty decent round for Liquid. One of those rounds you feel, all right, you know.
Give yourself a chance.
Good.
You're going to be happy about that one, certainly. And I mean, if things go a little bit different over towards that B bomb site with Shiro, maybe you have a chance at actually winning it as well. But what a good show from Shiro to get that double kill, force snap back, catch him on the retreat, and then add one more on top of it deep towards CT spawn to make the retake near impossible. Liquid's watched this lead evaporate over time over the course of this second half. It's just down to a single round.
Yeah, 11 to 4 into a 12 to 11 scoreline. So a little bit scary. Naf is out of this one. Inter's hitting the headshot through the smoke. Not exactly ideal.
Naf does drop a smoke at the very least, so it gives a tool over Yekindar to pick it up and delay a little bit longer. But that'll certainly be frustrating for Naf. Naf taken down entirely without any vision.
He's aggressive. He's gonna go through it on the other side. He's ready to take this fight against everyone who's coming. There's one kill. He actually makes it back out. What an absolute crazy playmaker Yekindar is.
Yeah, and you need that kind of boldness every once in a while to find the equalizing kill. oSee's ready to stop this, and he's got Shiro trying to creep past the angle to Xbox. Bomb drops behind it. Elige at railing, Nitro out towards long, and oSee still trying to prevent anyone from making their way up catwalk. Tight angle, missed the opportunity. Now a lot falls onto Elige, and he's out of utility. Nitro's got no support flashes for him as well. If either one of these players goes down, the other one's in a lot of trouble, but Elige has the first kill and the second. Perfect shooting from Elige.
Yeah, you're right. That really was, it's a good structure for the defense when both are alive, but when one dies, that whole thing changes. Axel just hanging out along for the rest of the round. Man, yeah, again, Yekindar's play out there. Seeing the smoke, and instead of seeing it as a barrier or as a threat, he's like, this is an opportunity. And he's gonna walk through, get the kill, and then he curbs the aggression right afterwards. You're like, okay, that's it. We're back in a 4-on-4.
Some fancy footwork to get away, and then Cloud9's like, oh, we can't go here. This smoke is up. It's our own smoke. Yekindar's going to be behind it. He's going to be ready to go. You never know if he's called rotations. They're forced elsewhere on the map, and I mean, then Elige just delivers a great double kill, excuse me, on towards catwalk. 2-round lead for Team Liquid. Cloud9's had no issues with their economy either this round, even plenty of money for a buy here. 2 AWPs on the T side of Dust2.
See, it's gonna make a difference. Nafany certainly not hitting the shot out there. If they lose this round though, on the Cloud9 side, I mean, they could fall short in terms of the money. It's right at the end of the map. Could be a little bit of a horrible way if they suddenly start to struggle with that.
Yeah, Liquid hasn't been able to string rounds together. This would be a perfect time for it. Nade chips down Exile to 86. Molotov to clear behind double doors. Very mobile defense, and Cloud9's offense, meanwhile, has been pretty passive and conservative on the map. Just now starting to progress at about the minute and 5-second mark.
Yeah, you're right. That is kind of late to be taking some mid-control here on this T side. oSee, gonna try and see if they can flash him off the corner. He's a little bit further back than maybe people normally expect, but he can't hit that timing. That's going to clear out Catwalk, which is...
It probably also gives the information over to Cloud9 that there's 2 players at the A-bomb site.
True.
If they recognized it was the boost, I believe they saw it.
And they might just want to go for the B-split. I mean, that's a great position to do it in. But 2 people outside of the B-bomb side. This is a decent setup. Flashbang is coming in. Oh, they're so flashed. I can't believe it. Inters, he had the opportunity, but Yakinda takes him down. And now the question is, can they change course and go back up Catwalk instead? Because that's what they want. 14 seconds on the clock, and they might just call it off. They're not going to do anything.
Yeah, they can't. This is a weird position. Yeah, nafany's just got to hope and pray nobody pushes out. The smoke that they wanted for that corner at mid that Inters was going to go through actually hits Inters. It falls short of where they wanted. It's supposed to be deeper in towards mid so he can hide inside of it, and then the flashbang comes out while the defense is actually looking at that smoke. That might not have changed anything at the end of the day, but it certainly wasn't the tactic they wanted, and I don't know how Inters didn't really spot that. Maybe he was a little bit more blind on his screen, but Yakinda ate it pretty aggressively.
That's crazy. I'd love to see that from not just his point of view, but in his resolution, just to find out what's going on. Wow, 14-11. Now they get to save a bunch of the guns, so they're still super competitive in this round, but that is scary.
Again, mid defense from Team Liquid, and this is the round that beat them earlier. Is that slow, quiet creep up long before they expected it. The timing is going to be there again. Nitro's just now hearing the footsteps, and he's like, oh god, I'm in trouble. No support. He's the only one. He's got to fight. Good first headshot. Oh, great flashbang. Timely flashbang from Elige, and Nitro's able to hold on. Counter utility will slow everything. It doesn't matter that Nitro's fallen. He's done his job.
We needed to see that flashbang in slow motion with the choir of angels behind it, because that really saved that defense for a bit at least. And now they have a real shot at it here. Shiro is far away, so it's only at the moment nafany and Inters who are trying to make their way up. If they get the bomb down, then Shiro is out there with the AWP deep on long. That's something to work with, even if there are a couple of grenades on that CT side. And that bomb is slowly making its way there. nafany, it's the right idea, doesn't hit the shot, and actually showing himself. Elige takes a bit of damage there, but they gotta worry about that crossfire all the time. oSee does go down, Naf showing up, and Elige will hit the headshot, and actually the follow-up as well. Good double on him. Couple of kills with that flashbang, man.
Yeah.
What a timing.
Bangers from Elige there at the end. Wonderful shooting and just staying a very difficult target behind that box. This was incredibly critical.
Boom.
Yeah, that flashbang just ruined any opportunity for a trade. Good reaction from Elige, good reaction from Nitro, and just when Cloud9 bring it close within 1 round, Liquid pop off 3 straight. And as you mentioned, money issues after that victory for Cloud9. They've got to start a 4-round run to force overtime. They're going to do it with 3 Tech-9s and 2 Galils. Shout out to Liquid fans in the chat. This is the exact kind of round they love to lose.
Yeah, you see, you're getting them a little bit.
Just rile them up, baby.
All right. Well, they did have a very successful rush to the B-bomb site early at the start of this halfway. There was a knockout onto Liquid, so they have 1 round of doing it. Doesn't seem like they want to try it again right away.
4 chances to close it out, and they struggled to close out Double O Nation yesterday in a couple of maps as well.
I know.
They need to do much better here. This is a way more dangerous team to let live and let linger.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't want to be playing any more overtime. Stack here. Oh, but Dark, Yakinda's moving in. Oh, this could be devastating, though. He might mow them all down. They're trying to set it up, but ready to double. And the damage behind it. Naf is there to pick it up. No chance at all. Yakinda, he really has been a phenomenal playmaker for this Cloud9 team. They're so hard to Cloud9 to do anything with. They just get shut down. And the opening map, it goes the way of Team Liquid. 16-11, no overtime. Good stuff.
Nice, calm, and collected. Good performances from oSee, and as you mentioned, Yakinda with all the impact in the first half and the second half, able to make some critical plays for the team. Map 1, Team Liquid, up 1-0 in this elimination series. Headed to a break, we'll be back.